The greatest achievement of the devil was to convince others of his non-existence, and so too do the devils of this world conspire against us in secret and convince us of their non-existence. As far as the setting of secret government policy goes,
frankly, I don't think that's something I need to talk to you about. It's really inappropriate for me to talk about. It's really inappropriate.
Anything can be discussed. With a group this powerful and wealthy, bearing what they feel to be the onus of the world on their shoulders, what could or would be outside the boundaries of rational conjecture?
Have you been there for the ceremony with the cremation of care? Thank you, and goodbye. Let's leave your damn business.
In several instances, we know these men gather together on 2-week hideaways, away from the media, women, and the citizens of the nation's prying eyes, to decide upon the next presidential candidate. Once this knowledge is known, how can anyone truly go back to thinking they have a voice in the nature of our democratic institution? How can anyone in their right mind think that voting is going to change anything when the very men from which our voting pool is derived from pulls from the shallow end? I think Huey Long said it best in a speech he gave on December 11, 1934, to congressional interns on the benefit of his Share the Wealth program in Washington, D.C. According to the tables which we have assembled, it is our estimate that 4% of the American people own 85% of the wealth of America, and that over 70% of the people of America don't own enough to pay for the debts that they owe. Any man with a thimble full of sense ought to know that if you take 85% off that table and give it to one man, that you are bound to have 2/3 of the people starving because they haven't got enough to eat. How many men ever went to a barbecue
and would let one man take off the table what's intended for 9/10 of the people to eat? The only way you'll ever be able to feed the balance of the people is to make that man come back and bring back some of that grub he ain't got no business.
How are we expected to feed the balance of our nation's dignity? By fishing from the shallow end of the pool. Just as a fish grows in size in relation to the size of his environment and eventually seeks a harmony in nature, so too does the heart of man grow in response to the human condition. However, when that response is diminished in any way, the growth and development process is hindered and almost permanently destroyed. Among other notable policies set at the Grove is the decision to drop the bomb on Japan.
That was not a gentlemanly thing to do.
But what about the ritual? Is the ritual gentlemanly?
That was not a gentlemanly thing to do.
But what about the ritual? Is the ritual gentlemanly?
That was not a gentlemanly thing to do.
But what about the ritual? Is the ritual gentlemanly?
This decision was photographically recorded, and the monument rests to this day in the ski chalet at the Bohemian Club.
That was not a gentlemanly thing.
One of the employees that I spoke with tells us this tale. At the ski chalet, little shack built on the side of this one hill, I mean steep, so steep it's got deep steps in the side carved into it to get up to the top. But you look from the ground and then you look up, and it's built with redwoods going straight through it. Such great architecture, beautiful, beautiful. The whole, every cabin there is made out of redwoods, you know what I mean? It's beautiful. But we go up in the ski chalet, and they're like, this is a special honor to be picked to be one of the guys to go and cook for this ski chalet dinner. Well, you walk in, and there's this huge picture on the wall of Truman signing this piece of paper. And I was all like, what's that? And I was told,
That's none of your damn business.
well, that's the picture of him in the ski chalet. And I'm all, well, why did they take a picture of that? And I was informed, that's him signing the papers to bomb, to drop the bomb.
It's really inappropriate for me to talk about it.
It is the most faggot goddamn thing America ever imagined.
The prostitutes, he informed me, were canoed in on the Russian River across from Goat's Head Rock. Another symbol of these Kabbalists' ancient deities. Look on the front of a $1 bill for the owl Molech, always present and always watchful, like the all-seeing eye, vigilant and unending in its desire to control and enslave us all. This is August Harper saying, stay informed, be active, and become an effective citizen. Become an effective citizen. Become an effective citizen.
It is the most faggot goddamn thing you can ever imagine. It's a different set of values. It's a different set of values. It is the most faggot goddamn thing you can ever imagine. From the upper class in San Francisco, the Bohemian Grove that I attended, it is the most faggot goddamn thing you can ever imagine.
So shall we proceed once again this time? Once again.